Here in Palo Alto, October 27th. And I will be extending that invitation to you as well, Michael. It will be great to see you there. And then we'll kick off the pilot runs in November, December. We have interested partners in the Chicago Sky, WNBA representation. We also are working with professional soccer teams in Mexico, South America, and Europe.
How did those relationships come about?
So we have customer engagement team members that were former professional soccer players that were able to help establish these relationships. Mm-hmm. In addition, we have connections with Power 5 programs. We have Steve Lewis, former Olympic track and field athlete. He's on as a partner as well. And talking to coaching greats like John Smith as well, who coached Steve previously, and John is coaching Olympic athletes to this day. Founder Victor Hudson, he's a former elite athlete as well. Victor has been instrumental in helping me be grounded. I haven't been an athlete in a little while. I still have some moves, but most of my stuff has been grounded in the nerdy technical aspect.
Right.
So it's not a good idea to let engineers run wild. Victor has been my sounding board and making sure that we're providing what's needed in the application and making sure that it's easily assimilated by the users, the coaches, trainers, and athletes. And we've made a very good combination in achieving where we are currently.
Now, I shared some of my vision. I'm out there thinking this is a great product. You could use it with the elderly. You could use it in children's sports. So what is GameChanger Analytics vision? Where do you see yourself in the next year and the next 5 years?
We want to be aggressive. We are having key partnerships. We recently brought on Merlene Santil as an independent board of directors member. Merlene is extremely impressive, and she has amazing ideas on how to execute. And that's exactly the type of partnerships we need. Also, key partnerships like with AWS on QuickSight for dashboard implementations. We want to be able to scale as quickly as possible to the multiple sports that we can accommodate.
How big's your team, and do you see that team expanding? And right now, are you where you want to be?
Right now, we have 15 to 20 people working on the projects. They're all being paid as consultants. As we raise in the seed round, some of them will quickly be converted to full-time to help with the focus and the scalability of the company, and then we'll continue working with others from a consulting point of view. Something that is exciting, we have TestSolve. It's an India-based company. They're our contract manufacturer, and they've been an excellent partner in terms of bill of material procurement on the manufacturing side, partnerships with other vendors for real-time location systems. They've been a true partner over the last 12 to 18 months.
And as far as, I guess, in the whole era of COVID and issues with supply chain, there's strong confidence on the manufacturing side.
They're able to help us circumvent those issues.
That's awesome.
Previously, there were lead times that were like over 52 weeks, and they were able to help us procure the parts within 2 weeks. Wow. So they've been excellent there. Other things I do want to comment on is like Howard Wright has been extremely instrumental. He's the VP of Global Startups at AWS. Mm-hmm. And that is the connection that has helped us to scale and get to these places we are now in terms of the cloud implementation. And keeping in mind that the latency requirements are extremely stringent to be able to claim real-time performance. Howard has been extremely helpful there. And then definitely have to mention Toy Cook. Toy has been able to help us connect these dots. He's been an amazing partner in establishing the relationships to help increase the value of the company as well as how well we're progressing.
So tell us a little bit more. You mentioned the demo and you mentioned the date and some of the players who are involved there.
In the invitation that you'll be receiving, you'll see some sneak peeks, like some trailers, so that to get you even more interested in coming. But what we want to achieve is we want people to know we're here. and that we're going to make a lot of noise. There's a lot that we bring to the table, and we want people to have the opportunity to come and see for themselves our value proposition.
An awesome segue into, I looked at one of the slides that you had, and it's the really cool, here's our product, here's others in the sensor space. Can you speak to where you guys are and what some of the differentiators are?
Sure. So there are companies out there that are doing quite well. Catapult is one of them, Stat Sports, Connexin, Zebra Technology. They've paved the road for more to come and additional ways to help athletes. And this is something that we are trying to take advantage of. They've established a platform, and we're here to build on it. So with those, they're using like single sensors or maybe two sensors, and they're able to capture what the athletes are doing physically. You can see the accelerations, the decelerations of the athlete, their speed. And that's where the load management comes in, the fatigue levels, and all that is important. For me, I feel that though it's important, it's not complete. So that taps into the physical aspect of a player development. But there are other aspects that are as important, if not more important. Those are tactical and technical. If you're doing all this running around, do you really care if it's not having impact on your game? If it's not having impact on your training? If it's not making you a better athlete? These are the types of things that we want to look at. We want to raise the level of these athletes, see what they're really made of, help them in their journey, and make a big impact in the results that they're seeing.
Right. You talked about the IoT aspects of this and just the massive amounts of data collection, right? There's other sensors that are collecting that data. I don't know where that data resides, but at the end of the day, this sounds like it has huge value in other contexts as well.
Absolutely, Michael. At the end of the day, it's all about the data and what you're able to do with it. From an AI point of view, you need data to train the algorithms. But to me, that doesn't say it all. You need good data to train the algorithms. Garbage in equals garbage out. So we want to make sure that at the interface of the real world, and that's where these sensors rely, from the digital and the real world, you need sensors at the interface. It is an analog world, though people might say differently given all the digital results that we're getting. But at the interface, that's true, and that's where we reside, and that's where my expertise has helped us to get to this place where we are. And we'll just continue moving forward, helping many people in the process.
That's great. And for the young folks out there who are aspiring to become physicists, now everyone's talking about AI and machine learning. And so for younger folks aspiring to progress into those career fields and areas of interest, what would your suggestion be for them?
I'd say, I think this will be true in studies as well as sports and anywhere in life. Be curious. Don't limit yourself to what someone else knows. You should keep moving and learn as much as you possibly can.
And the other piece I just want to touch on briefly, Ralph, is just where you are. You're a bit of a unicorn in your respective space. That's extremely notable.
Yeah.
And I just want to make sure that's mentioned.
No, I appreciate that. I must say at times it was a lonely path because you don't see many people who look like us doing this type of work. So definitely want to state that. And I do want to try to establish a platform so that we can see many more moving forward. But there have been people who have been mentors to me, irrespective of our ethnicities, and they've been extremely instrumental in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So they saw value in what I can do. They could help. They wanted to help, and they made a big impact in my life.
That's great. Anything else you want to share with the audience, Ralph?
We are also in negotiations to do AFCON as well. AFCON is the Africa Cup of Nations. It's a soccer tournament in Africa that will be held in January. We're trying to work on a partnership there to see if we can provide data analytics for those elite athletes.
That's something that I'll have to keep an eye out on as
Yeah,
well.
we're pushing to make that happen. We'll see how it goes. I'll definitely keep you posted, but something that's important to us, give us an opportunity to give back to these nations. And we also want to do some special things in the Caribbean as well. I am American-born Haitian and definitely want to be able to give back and do something in Haiti as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah, this is a great story.
And though the sports side is an area of passion for me, given my children, the other verticals we look to tap into with the physical rehabilitation and the workers' compensation, that's when we tap into the world from a volume point of view. Everyone. With elite sports, we're looking at less than 1% of the population, but we can help so many more people than just in sports.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is great. Ralph, I certainly appreciate you taking the time today to share about GameChanger Analytics, share with us your background and your partnerships and the folks that you're continuing to move the needle forward with. This is great.
No, it's very exciting, and thanks so much for your time, Michael.